Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 86 of Swimsuit by James Patterson and Maxine P. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. The kind of listening you do when interviewing is very different from the casual kind. I had to focus on what Henry was saying, how to fit it into the story, decide if I needed elaboration on that subject, or if we had to move along. Fatigue was coming over me like fog, and I fought it off with coffee, keeping my goal in sight, get it down and get out of here alive. Henry backtracked over the story of his service with the military contractor Brewster North. He told me how he'd brought several languages to the table and that he learned several more while working for them. He told me how he formed a relationship with his forger and Brewitt, and then his shoulders sagged as he detailed his imprisonment, the executions of his friends. I asked questions, placed Gina Perazzi in the timeline. I asked Henry if Gina knew his real identity and told me no. He used the name that matched the papers his forger had given him, Henry Benoit from Montreal. Have you stayed in contact with Gina? I haven't seen her for years. Not since Rome, he said. She doesn't fraternize with the help. We worked forward from the 3-month-long romance with Gina to the contract killings he did for the Alliance, a string of murders that went back over 4 years. I mostly killed young women, Henry told me. I moved around, changed my identity often. You remember how I do that, Ben? He started taking off the bodies, the string of young girls in Jakarta and Sabah and Tel Aviv. What a fighter. That Sabah, my God, she almost killed me. I felt the natural arc of the story. I felt excited as I saw how I would organize the draft. Almost forgot for a while that this wasn't some kind of movie pitch. The murders were real. Henry's gun was loaded even now. I numbered tapes and changed them, made notes that would remind me to ask follow-up questions as Henry listed his kills, the young prostitutes in Korea and Venezuela and Bangkok. He explained that he'd always loved film and that making movies for the Alliance had made him an even better killer. The murders became more complex and cinematic. Don't you worry that those films are out in the world. I always disguise my face, he told me. Either I wear a mask as I did with Kim or I work on the video with a blur tool. The software that I use makes editing my face very easy. He told me that his years with Brewster North had taught him to leave the weapons and the bodies on the scene. Rosa was the one exception, and that even though there were no record of his fingerprints, he made sure never to leave anything of himself behind. He always wore a condom, taking no chances that the police might take DNA samples from the semen and begin to link his crimes. Henry told me about killing Julia Winkler, how much he loved her. I stifled a smart-ass comment about what it meant to be loved by Henry, and he told me about the McDaniels and how he admired them as well. At that point, I wanted to jump up and try to strangle him. Why, Henry? Why did you have to kill them? I finally asked. It was part of a film sequence I was making for the papers, what we called a documentary. Maui was a big payout, Ben. Just a few days' work for much more than you make in a year. But the work itself, how did you feel about taking all of those lives? By my count, you've killed 30 people. I may have left out a few, Henry said. That's the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.